Okay, so let's get started through our topic of rhymes. Rhyming words. Rhyming words, the words which end with the same letters, which give the same sound at the last stressed word that sounds same, are known as the rhyming words. Like we have here rhyming words and with the same letters which gives the same sound. You can understand from this example, like what are rhyming words? The two rhyme when they have the same sound at the end. The last stressed word they have are known as the rhyming words. Like we have here bat, cat, rhyming with bat is rhyming with cat. Like you are able to see here that bat and cat, the last words stressed the same sound at their end. Like you can properly understand from here, like a poem we have in the rhyme words, in the rhyming schemes we only have the poems even given us when stanza, like jelly beans are fun to eat, share them with the friends you meet, eat a few, they sure are yummy, but not too many, they'll hurt your tummy. Like here you are able to see at the end there is jelly beans are fun to eat. At the end what we see that there is given eat, whereas in the next line if we say share them with the friends you meet, eat and meet sounds the same, so we can say this that they are the rhyming words. Eat, meet, eat a few, they sure are yummy. Here we have yummy but not too many, they'll hurt your tummy. Like yummy and tummy sounds the same, so here we can say that yummy and tummy are their rhyming words. This is about rhyming words, the last vowel sounds that stress. So generally repetition of the last stressed vowel sound and all the sounds that follow it in two or more words. Like more examples we have earth, birth. Okay, by this we can say it. Yeah, next it comes about the rhyming scheme. Rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme is nothing but it is a rhyming pattern that is created at the end of the lines for poetry. Like at the end only we see the rhyming words. Same here. The rhyming words which come in the sequence we just say it as scheme. Rhyming scheme. Okay. Generally it is a pattern that describes where the rhyming words fall within a given stanza or verse. Like Mary had a little lamb, its fleece as white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Here we are able to see that in the first line they had given that Mary had a little lamb. The last word is lamb. Okay, so we have this. So we consider it by the letters, the alphabetic letters. Like A, so we will consider it A. As lamb given as the last word, we will be considering it A. If we see the next line, if they are given the same, that something match with the lamb, so we will be also considering it as A only. Now see what is given. Its fleece as white as snow. Now lamb, snow, it doesn't match, so we will be considering as B because it doesn't match with A. And everywhere that Mary went. Now you are able to see that went is given. Now if we see lamb, snow, went, nothing match with it, so we will be considering as it C. The lamb was sure to go. Now go, it is matching with something. Lamb go, snow go. Yeah, so we are again considering it as B. Now it is not that only that they will be of that only. If they will be given two lines together, so they will be considering as A, B, B. They are double rhymes, triplet rhymes, couplet rhymes, triplet rhymes are also. So this much we have to study. And if the poem does not have a rhyme scheme, that is considered free verse poem. Okay, that is to be considered the free verse poem. Like now rhyming schemes does not tell us any about meter or line lengths. They only outline the number and the placement of the rhyme words. They are represented by the letters. Here we seen that they are represented by the letters only, and each letter in the rhyme schemes represents one line in the poems or the story. and the letter when it is matched with, so it is the repeated letters that indicate the rhymes. Like, to clarify you, I can give you one more example. Like we have here poem, the fallen leaves are cornflakes that fill the lone's wide dish, and night and noon the wind's spoon that stirs them with a wish. Okay, so let's see here. The last word in the first line is cornflakes. So it will be A. First we are considering it as A only. In the next line you will be able to see that fill the lone's with dish. Cornflakes doesn't match with dish, so we will be considering as B. And night and noon doesn't match with the cornflakes or dish, so it will be C. The wind's a spoon, noon spoon, so again the letter C will be repeated, so it will be C. That stirs them with a swish. Swish match with the cornflakes? No. With the dish it match, not match with the noon or spoon, so B letter will be repeated in the last line with the dish with swish. Okay, then we have some more lines we have here. The sky's a silver sifter, a sifting white and snow that gently shakes on crisp broken flakes, the sugar known as snow. Like we have here, they are saying in the first line sifter, there was a word, so we will be okay, ever we will be considering the last word of first line as A only. Next in the second line, slow. Sifter doesn't match with slow, we will be considering as B. Shakes, C, doesn't match with the slow or sifter. On crisp brown flakes, shakes, flakes, so we are going to consider it as C only. Then we have snow, slow snow, so it will be considered as B only. So this is whole about the rhyming scheme. I hope you understand it. Thank you.